Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy King Marko in the building. Here to give y'all boys some game. So like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You know what to do. King Sport coming soon. Let's get into this. Well, I see much hasn't changed. If you're a poor nigga, if you're a rich nigga, if you're an educated nigga, if you're a working man, nigga, you still a nigga. This man right here that you looking at right here has directed one of the most highest grossing film in cinema history. Okay? This man right here has directed one of the highest grossing films in cinema history. You would figure that Bank of America will at least know who he is, at least. Okay. I'm sure he's been in that bank a few times before. And what the hell they doing calling the police on him for? I mean, did he have a gun out? I mean, it'd be different if he had a gun out or if he had it on his hip or something like that. Uh, I, I don't understand this. Okay. I really don't. I don't understand this shit at all. No guns. Did he have on a hoodie? Did he have the hood on or something? I mean, how was this man looking? My guesstimation, he was just looking like he probably looked in this picture. You might not have had on no suit or nothing like that, but is that enough? Is that enough to warrant to call the police? Because he ain't got on no suit. I don't know what the hell's going on with these banks. You know, Boozy had a problem with this shit a couple weeks ago where he couldn't even get $5,000 out the bank. They ain't know who he is. They wouldn't cash his check. This boy had millions of dollars in their bank and wouldn't cash a check from Boozy. Now I can understand Boozy a little bit. Boozy is street nigga, okay, and proud of it. Okay, he loved being Boozy, so I can understand white folks getting a little nervous. But this guy right here, you mean to tell me that you gonna call the police on this guy? Okay, what was it? The most threatening thing he might have is his hair. And that's a shame that, a certain hairstyle can make you be threatening. I don't know any other race of people that has a threatening hairstyle. But that's another argument for another day. Hey, whatever. All I know, you know what I do know, is that this shit ain't getting no TV coverage. None whatsoever. Okay, I see it more on social media, what I'm saying, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook and Instagram and stuff. I see that more on there than I do on regular TV. And you know the reason why, right? You know the reason why they don't want no black men getting done wrong by police in the Joe Biden era. Believe me, if this was the Donald Trump era, I could promise you this would have been worldwide. This would have made worldwide news. But everybody's being quiet. Why? Because the 2022 election is right around the corner. Okay? That's what this is about. Okay, they can't have this make news coverage, and they should have made more news coverage. You mean to tell me the one of a director from one of the highest grossing films in cinema history is getting arrested by the police just because he looks threatening? This is crazy, crazy. And BLM ain't saying nothing. They ain't saying a word right now. Ain't nobody saying nothing on TV right now. Roland Martin ain't saying nothing like that. DL Hughley, none of them. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Everybody just quiet. Mum's the word. Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, ain't nobody saying nothing right now, man. They all being quiet about this shit. And they doing it because they know that they know it'd be a bad look that this shit is still happening under the Democrats' watch. The Democrats posed as the good guys when black men were getting shot in the Donald Trump era. Now it's the Joe Biden era, the Democratic era. Now all of a sudden, ain't nobody saying nothing. They acting like, oh, police still ain't shooting black folks on the street anymore. That's what they acting like. They ain't getting no news coverage. Ain't nothing going on. That's what I do see. A world-renowned director getting shook down by the police in a bank, and his only crime was walking in there. That's his only crime. His only crime was to walk in there. That's what he did wrong. I don't know what's going on here. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Democrats is real quiet. Liberal media stations are real quiet right now. That's what I do know. They real quiet. But if this was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, this would have made major news. He'd be on TV getting interviewed right now by all the major networks. They'll be interviewing him right now. It'd be an uproar. Bank of America would be canceled right now. And Bank of America should still be canceled right now. Honestly, you would have had a lot of prominent black people taking their money out of Bank of America for this, if this was the Trump era. Straight up. They had had Donald Trump commenting on and everything about this. But now that the Republicans, the so-called bad guys, are out of office and it's the Democrats that's in charge, now everybody's quiet. Ain't that some shit? BLM ain't nowhere to be found. Rainbow Coalition ain't nowhere to be found. LeBron James ain't sitting out there saying nothing about throwing out stuff saying, hey, I'm taking my money out of Bank of America. I'm putting it somewhere else. I'm taking it out. You've been hearing more black people saying that that's why we need to have our own bank. Yeah, ain't nobody saying none of that shit right now. Ain't nobody saying none of that. Everybody just quiet now. Ain't nobody canceling Bank of America. And they should be canceled for this. And the Democrats should be canceled for this. This is a shame. This is a shame. In 2022, all he did was go in there. All he did was walk in the bank, and they called the police on him. This shit, that ain't much different from 1953. A world-renowned director gets shook down by the police for no reason. BLM, where y'all at? All these so-called freedom fighters, where y'all at? I can't find y'all. Your daddy Joe Biden told y'all to sit down and don't make a move. And don't speak no ill will to the government about the mistreatment of black people in certain institutions, such as banks. He probably got about $10 million in that bank. That's the sad part about it. He probably got I ain't gonna say 10 million. He probably got like $3-4 million in that bank, and they call the police. Ain't nothing worse than that. Ain't nothing worse than having a whole bunch of money in a place, and then the people that's supposed to service you is calling the police. That's how they serviced him. They called the police on him and had him arrested, and all because she thought that he could be robbing the bank. They act like this boy came in there holding an AK-47. Or he came in there with his hood, you couldn't see his eyes. That's what they did. BLM, y'all need to step up. This is a moment where y'all need to step up. This is a moment where y'all start holding banks accountable for this shit. But they ain't gonna say nothing. They ain't gonna say nothing right now. They supposed to make it look like racism don't exist still. Racism is gone now that Trump is out the White House. They trying to make it look like that, but it ain't gone nowhere. It's still there. It just ain't being televised like it once was 3 years ago. They know exactly how to do black people. Okay, All they gotta do with black people is throw some that's emotional, such as racism. Okay, and then we'll just go whatever way that side that's on our side that claims that they're on our side. That's what they do. But now the same racism still exists, but now that different people are in charge, now they want to downplay it like it don't exist. That shit is still around, y'all. Ain't shit changed. Ain't nothing changed from one regime to the next. It's all the same. It really is. No matter how much money you got, no matter how much education you have, or how much status you have, they're always gonna find a way to treat you like a nigga. That's what they're gonna do. That's what they did with him. All of his accomplishments. He lived the same kind of life that he directed when he first got started, Fruitvale Station. I want everybody to go see that movie. And the only difference between uh, uh, him and Fruitvale Station was that he actually was able to live to tell the story. That's the only difference. But he lived a real life Fruitvale Station, minding his business, and next thing you know, police shaking everybody down. He minding his business, walking up in the bank, and next thing you know, they done call the police on him. He in the back room with handcuffs. Wow. 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 BLM, get your shit together. Bank of America, get your shit together. Okay? Black folks should pull all their money out just to scare them. Just to scare them. If this was the Trump era, they would have did it. But now it's the Biden era, they don't want to make no waves. Y'all better get y'all shit together, man. It's your boy King Marko. I'm signing out.